What up, people? And welcome back to For the Win on Sam Sports Picks. Back in the house for the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Bit of a mouthful, but we're back at it, Paul. I'm joined by Paul Fraser. I'm Pratty Sandhu. And we're here back after not such a great week, Paul, but
Yeah,
what are you going to do, right?
did have
What are you
a
going to do?
top 20 though, so
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was a plus 260 top 20 by Joey Highsmith. He was our top guy. He was like 100 to 1
right.
odds. And what do you know? He comes through for us. So kind of weird that way. Been doing pretty good with the longer shots overall, but
Yeah,
it was a good tournament. I enjoyed the finale. It was a nice playoff. I know a lot of guys in the golf circle had the youngster Aldrich Potgieter, the South African bomber. He's number one on the tour in ball speed, even more than Rory. And unfortunately, he lost in the
right.
playoff to one of the shorter hitters on tour, a journeyman by the name of Brian Campbell. Um, Brian Campbell had never had a top 10 in the PGA Tour ever, and he had
Huh.
never had a top 10 in the Corn Ferry Tour ever. So this is his first top 10, top five of any
And
sort.
it's a win.
It's a big win. Yeah, he's into all the signature events. He's into the Players, the Masters, the PGA Championship, and then he's got his card for a few years. So you know,
Very nice. You know, can't go
yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah. So, but I have a feeling Potgieter will be back, and
Yeah,
he's
oh
got
yeah.
a decent future ahead of him. I think, Paul. Okay, so we're going to be heading to the Florida swing. We got 6 events until the Masters. And Palm Beach Gardens, this used to be known as the Honda Classic as we know it.
Yeah.
And obviously home of the infamous bear trap. I think you got
Mm-hmm.
water on 15 of the 18 holes here, Paul. And I think this is like the course where one of the top courses where you lose the most golf balls. So I think iron play and accuracy is, iron play and accuracy is kind of going to be needed here. I mean, I remember watching a lot of European victors here in the 2000s. Luke Donald, Padraig
Yeah.
Harrington, early 2010s. You had Rory, um, but yeah, a lot of guys who were in the top of the odds boards here. Shane Lowry, he's a European. I believe he's finished top 5 in the last 5 years at this tournament. So
Very
he's
nice.
knocking on the door. So he's obviously the favorite for a reason. Um, I'm going to kick it off with 4 picks for this week, Paul. I'm going to
All
go
right.
off with the Canadian boy, Taylor Pendrith, the bomber, 32 to 1. He's been playing pretty well this year. I missed a
Oh
cut
yeah.
at at the Genesis for the Tory,
Mm-hmm.
the second version of Tory, but still, he had a top 10, I believe, at Pebble Beach and I believe at Kapalua this year. So Pendrith, I think he actually lives pretty close to this course, Palm Beaches, right? So I'm pretty sure he's pretty familiar with the course.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to take Taylor
Yeah.
Pendrith, 32 to 1 with the first pick. I think this guy is probably one of the top 3 or 4 best players in the field. So getting him at 32 to 1,
Okay.
I like that. I'm going to
Oh
go
yeah.
move along to the second selection. It's going to be Ben On, the South Korean bomber.
Ooh. Whoops.
Yeah, the bomber. Ben On, 65 to 1. He hasn't had the most success at this tournament, but I think he's one of the better players out here. And like I
Okay.
said, he's super long off the tee. He's going to be using his 1 iron. He doesn't carry a 3-wood. So on this course, I see him hitting the old chicken stick, Paul. So kind of mixing it up. I'm going with 2 bombers and then 2 positional players. So the next guy up,
All right.
I am going with CT Pan. He was the bronze medal winner, I believe, in Japan. Yeah, he
Okay.
won in that mega playoff. Hasn't had the most success on the tour in the last few years. He did win Hilton Head a few years back, but I like him on this course, positional course, pretty straight, good irons, and good putter. So we're going with on and pan. So CT pots and pans, pretty good odds, 100 to 1, right? I like it on this course. I'm going to take a couple of long shots. And the other long shot I'm taking is Grayson Sigg. He has never won on the tour. Bit of a nobody, you know what I mean? He's known for his ball striking, and he plays pretty well on Bermuda grass. And obviously that's what most of these Florida courses are going to have, being that it's 10 minutes from Bermuda. So yeah, Florida, I got my 4 guys up there. Grayson Sigg, 110 to 1, bit of a long shot. CT Pan, bit of a long shot. And the 3 top 20 guys I got are on plus 220, Pan plus 320, and Grayson to pass me a Sig plus 320. So hopefully 1 or 2 of those top 20s cash, and I'll be having a pretty good week. Obviously, getting an outright would be nice, but this tournament's pretty random from what I remember over the years. Like, I think a few guys were like first round leaders, and they actually ended up missing the cut. It's like a really volatile tournament. Like, it's like, hey, you're at -6, and then you shoot like an 80 the next day, and you miss the cut. So I've seen some weird things. So that's why I only went with 4 guys here. A couple of long shots, nothing crazy. We got 3 events next week. We got Arnie's course at Bay Hill, the API. That's an elevated event, and then we're gonna have an opposite field event in Puerto Rico. And then we're going to have Live Golf Hong Kong. So 3 tournaments to bet on. So I'm saving a little bread for those tournaments, and just going with these guys. I'm not expecting miracles, but hopefully hit a couple of top 20s would be nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I said. Yeah, Joe Highsmith got us a top 20 last week as 100 to 1 at plus 260, or I think he was 80 to 1 at plus 260. So maybe we can knock on that door again and see if we can get an answer. And who knows, Paul, maybe get a little sweat on Sunday for a W. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for this week's episode, Paul, of the Cognizant Classic.
We do have to give a shout out to our favorite golfer, his 62nd birthday, VJ Singh, and some of those shots that the one that you shared with me on Instagram, him doing that par 3 where he did it right-handed and left-handed, basically stuck it to the same distance, was pretty close, was pretty awesome.
That's freakish, man. Most people can't even do it on their dominant hand.
Well, right. Was it Augusta? I think it was a 1 par 3 where he topped it on purpose, skipped the ball across the water, and hold out for an ace. It was only on a practice round. Well, it wasn't. We didn't get very good coverage at the time. A bunch of cell phones and stuff like that. But I mean,
that's on YouTube.
It's
on YouTube. So
awesome shot.
Yeah, that was dope. So, yeah, happy birthday to Deej, 62nd. Still working out, still a beast. He's actually getting his ball speed up. So love it. Thanks for everyone for joining us today. And Paul and I are going to catch everyone next time on For the Win.
Hang loose.
Later.
Ciao.